Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Baker and I am the developer for this course, Contemporary Mathematics, which is LCGE 1372. And I want to take just a minute to go over a few of the things for the course syllabus. And so this is just the generic course syllabus. You will have specific items for your semester. And so each semester the syllabus will look just a little different, and it will have the course outline and schedule for your semester. But I want to go over just a couple of the things that will stay the same each semester. So whenever you have your syllabus, you will have at the top of your syllabus, you will have the semester, the current semester that you will be looking at. And then you will have your instructors and professors information right here at the top, and you will have their office hours and office information if they have that, and their contact information. You have all of the information for the seminary. You'll have the course description. So this particular course is intended to provide the student with essential mathematical concepts, including uses of mathematical modeling and logical thinking and problem solving. Selected topics will include logic and sets, the real number system, functions and their graphs, probability, and statistics. And I know that sounds like a lot. This is a different type of math course than a lot of you have probably had in some of your other classes. It's not an algebra course. It's not a geometry course. It is very different than all of those courses. But I want you to keep an open mind whenever you start looking into this course, because it is geared towards, in ministry, you're not going to use a typical mathematical course in the same way that you would in engineering or in even in some of your business courses. And so we purposely have picked a different type of mathematical course. So the student learning outcomes, at the conclusion of the semester, you will distinguish between inductive and deductive reasonings. You will identify concepts that are used in contemporary situations, and you'll classify elements of the real number line. Now, in particular, those first two learning outcomes, these are the two that I think are the most important for you, that you will use in any type of real life, in any situation in ministry, or really in real life. In the inductive and deductive reasoning, this is thinking skills. And so being able to have reasoning skills and then using math concepts in contemporary situations basically is applying mathematical skills in real life. And so if we can get you some of those skills by the end of this course, then we have succeeded. So my goal for this course, when I developed it and going through creating these videos and the lessons, is to help you to be able to think mathematically when you are solving problems. So if you can take and tackle problems in a logical way, then and if you can think about it that way, then I will have succeeded in helping you after you finish this course. So that is the main goal. Okay, there is one textbook for this course. The textbook is The Nature of Mathematics, the 13th edition. Now, this is very, very important, and this textbook you need to purchase through Cengage. And so there's going to be an entire video that I need you to make sure that you watch that talks about purchasing the textbook. Do not purchase the textbook, a physical textbook, like on Amazon or through a different outside vendor. That is not necessary, okay? There are some people that may want to do that. It is not necessary. You have to purchase the online textbook through Cengage in order to complete this course, okay? I cannot encourage you enough that you have to watch the video that explains the textbook. And so you will want to make sure you watch that. Do not go and purchase it through another vendor or through like the bookstore or anything like that. Make sure that you watch that video, okay? So make sure you watch the video. All right, so that is the thing. You will have to purchase the WebAssign because all of your assignments have to be done in WebAssign, and you have to do it through that platform in order for you to complete all of the assignments in this course. So that's the biggest deal, is that if you don't purchase the textbook properly, then you can't complete any of the homework, which means you can't do any of the work in this class and you fail. So make sure you purchase the textbook correctly. All right, so don't spend a whole bunch of extra money that you don't need to. Spend the money correctly. Okay, so emphasis on the course textbook. All right, look out for the video that explains the textbook. Okay, now course requirements. So on the course requirements, the course is broken up into 4 different categories. There is homework that you will have every single week. It is 30% of your grade. Then chapter test, which here this says that there's 2 chapter tests, that some of the terms have 2 tests. Sometimes there are 4 tests. So it just depends on if you're taking this during the summer or if you're taking this during the spring or fall. So, but whatever, just look at your syllabus and see which term you're taking this in. But all of those tests combined will be 30% of your grade. Then the midterm exam will be 20% and the final exam will be 20%. And so the big thing here is that you just want to pay attention to all of these. All of this work is done online in WebAssign, which is with Cengage. So all of that is done on the computer. And so that's why it's a big deal to get that textbook made sure that you get that done properly. All right, so you have your grading scale, which is the typical grading scale. Okay, and then everything else below this is going to be exactly what you would expect for your, that's going to be with, so like the course outline, that's going to be done depending on the section that you are with. So I'm not going to go over that because it's going to depend on which semester that you're taking that. And then the attendance policy, that's going to follow the catalog. The late policy it can vary depending on your instructor. And so you want to get with your instructor and make sure that your instructor, just double check with your instructor to make sure you know the late policy. And then everything else is pretty much standard policies on the semester for this syllabus. So if you have questions, please reach out to your instructor or professor, and we will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. We're looking forward to a great semester, and it will be definitely challenging at times, but hopefully it will be very rewarding as well. So we're looking forward to starting a wonderful semester with you. Thanks so much.